right, this is section 9.8. You're translating word phrases into equations and expressions with variables. So here's a list of examples. A number plus 2. A number is something that we don't know, right? We're just using the word a number to represent something we don't understand or we don't know yet. So a number plus 2 could be x plus 2 or 2 plus x. The sum of 8 and a number would be 8 plus x or x plus 8. 5 more than a number would be x plus 5 or 5 plus x. Negative 35 added to a number would be x plus negative 35 or negative 35 plus x. A number increased by 6, increase means to add, and so that would be x plus 6 or 6 plus x. 9 less than a number has to be x minus 9. A number subtracted from 3 means 3 minus a number, so 3 minus x. A number decreased by 4 would be x minus 4, and 10 minus a number would be 10 minus x. So I put a little thing at the bottom here that says, notice that addition can be written in any order, but subtraction cannot. So I'm going to give you a little example here. We're going to use just plain numbers to help, simple numbers to help make this make sense. 2 plus 6 is 8. 6 plus 2 is still 8, right? Let's see if I can move this thing. Nope. Now, we're going to switch gears and think about this. If I have 6 minus 2, I have 4, right? And if I have 2 minus 6, well, I've got sign number rules for this, but it ends up being a negative 4. So these are the same if you do it either way, but these are really and truly not even close to being the same if you do it the wrong way. So it does matter with subtraction, but it does not matter when you're talking about addition. All right, so here's a couple with multiplication. All right, so the first one says 8 times a number, which would be 8 times x, which is 8x. Product of 12 and a number is 12x. Double a number, double means twice as many, right? So those next two, double and twice, should be the same, 2x and 2x. The quotient, that word already tells us division. So of 6 and a number, so 6 divided by a number. A number divided by 10 would be x divided by 10, and that's supposed to be 1/3 instead of 1/3. 1/3 of a number, so that's 1/3 times x, which is 1/3 x, or x divided by 3. The last one is the result is, which means equal sign. So now we're going to translate a couple of sentences into an equation, and then we will solve them. So for this first one, it says if 5 times a number is added to 11, the result is 26. Find the number. So we're going to solve as well. So the first thing I look at is 5 times a number. Well, if 5 times a number means what to me? 5 times a number is added to. So added to is clearly an addition problem, right? 11 comes straight down. The result is, so the result is my equal sign, and then 26 comes down. So I have 5x plus 11 equals 26. So I'm going to move all of the numbers that don't have any letters attached to them, move them to the other side by doing the opposite of what I have. So I have positive 11, so I subtract 11 from both sides. And so 5x comes down, and 26 minus 11 gives me what? 15, I hope. I divide both sides by 5 because that's what I need to go away from my letter. And notice that the 5 and the x are touching, which means multiply. To do the opposite, I divide on both sides. And I find x equals, these two guys are both positive, or both signs are the same, so the answer is positive. 5 goes into 15 3 times. So x equals 3. Let's try another one. If 4 times a number is decreased by 2, the result is 26. So 4 times a number means what to me? 4 times a number is decreased. Decrease means subtract. By 2, 2 goes there. And then the result is means equal sign, and then my 26 comes down. So notice that I'm taking the words and I'm kind of going through it and making sure that every single thing that's in there is being used. So the problem I'm solving is 4x minus 2 equals 26. I'm going to add 2 to both sides, which is the opposite of what I have, and I'm moving the numbers that have no letters attached first. So I have 4x equals 28. On this one, I'm going to get rid of my 4. It's attached to my x, which means it's multiplied. To do the opposite of multiply, I have to divide by that number on both sides. So x equals, well, 28 and 4 are both positive, so the answer is going to be positive. 4 goes into 28 7 times, so x equals 7. Let's try another one. The sum of 8 and 5 times a number. So 8 and something are going to be added together, right? The sum means the answer of these two together is, that one's over that answer, sorry, is 53. So is, we know, is the equal sign, but we're adding together 8 and 5 times a number. What is 5 times a number? 5x. So 8 plus 5x equals 53. So 8 plus 5x equals 53. Going to subtract the number, because it was a positive 8, I'm subtracting it and doing a minus 8 on both sides. So I have 5x equals 53 minus 8, which gives me 45. The 5 and the x have to come apart. They're touching, which means multiply. I do the opposite of multiply, which is divide. I divide by the number that I want to go away from my letter, and so I find x equals, well, 45 divided by 5, they're both positive, right? Signs are the same, so the answer is always positive. And 5 goes into 45 9 times, so x equals 9.